see we've got head coach Mickey Dean, pitcher Jailyn, Fordham pitcher Heather Kiefer. Coach, opening statement about one of the longest games.
Well, first off, I just want the fans to know how much we appreciate their support and the facilities and administration here, the NCAA, what a great job they did with this tournament. Considering the weather, I thought things ran pretty amazingly, and just the fan base was incredible. Our kids go away and they play at Alabama and Georgia and Tennessee, but it's different when it's your home crowd, and it was truly amazing. And I know that some people are looking at this as the end of our season, but really, we're just getting started. We really are. We have Heather up here. She's our only senior, and we're just getting started. So it's not the end, it's the beginning.
For the players, when you guys went to sleep last night and you're 4 outs away from maybe the end, a chance to come back, what was the mindset when you went to bed last night?
There really was no sleep, if you want to be honest. We were kind of wired. We were ready to play then and there. I think we could have played at 1:30 last night and been ready, but we just had to come in with a mindset of, 4 hours can take a long time. I think Coach Dean mentioned that this morning. I think we battled hard.
Last night was weird. You don't really know how to feel about it. So we did a good job of, in the locker room last night, we were keeping everybody up. We were just doing funny things, keeping everybody's spirits up, trying to do the best that we could, not to focus on the negatives and just to stay positive about the whole situation, because it was kind of a sucky situation.
As that seventh inning is unfolding, did you have a really good feeling? The hits start coming, you get the run up there. Did you guys feel like, okay, this is going our way?
We've had 7, 8-run innings before, so why not now? Why not this inning right here? So we had a good feeling about it until the very end.
Given the way the season's gone for you, so many highs, so many milestones, did you feel like that rain delay last night was going to be the break you guys needed to get back in this game?
I think it allowed us to get a little bit more focused. All we needed was one inning, really, to come back into the game. And I think the rain delay allowed us to get a little bit more focused and become a little bit more relaxed, because I think tensions were building a little bit. We weren't hitting the pitcher like we wanted to. So it allowed us to get a night's sleep or an hour's sleep, or whichever, and then come back the next day and, at least battle, come from behind.
I got counted up. You guys have gone 47 straight games without being shut out. And you get shut out by NC State. Obviously struggled offensively in this one. What was it that made the bats go cold on the last day and a half, whatever you want to call it?
You got to answer that. I wasn't swinging the bats. JJ, it's going to be difficult for her to answer that because she was extremely hot during this tournament. I think there's a lot of things that go into it. I think it's this team. We've talked about it. There are a lot of roads you can take that have already been paved. And this team was taking its own path. It had to, because this program had never been where we are. And so they were paving their own path. And, when you think about it, it's just a lot of new things. And I don't think if there's one area we didn't handle it well, and I'll even go back to the CAA tournament and the regional, if there's one thing we did not handle well, was our bats. Because the entire season, we were facing 2 or 3 pitchers a game, and our adjustments were incredible. And we weren't making adjustments. We were keeping in the same mode, and we would talk about it even in between innings. Adjustments, this, that. We didn't do it. We got to figure out that. That's our next step. If we want to go farther in postseason, that's an area that we're going to have to work on as a coaching staff, and we're going to have to work on as a team.
Jailyn, Coach mentioned, that bring back a lot of people. What is sort of, I know it's early to ask you this, but what's sort of the outlook for next year, and what kind of shape do you think this program's in?
That is hard to say right now. But I think it gives a little bit of experience for the younger players on our team, especially since we had so many freshmen, so many sophomores. And hopefully they kind of understand too, like for the past 3 years, we've gone to the same spot. We always get knocked out the same time. So it's kind of like it's tedious to a point. Like we have to get past that point, and hopefully like we can start working on it even from day one, like starting tomorrow, starting like this summer, just to be focused on getting past that point and making our own path.
Just having a night in between, the start and finish of this game taking you staying away from the loss, or is it still kind of shocking to know you guys won't be playing next week?
No, I don't think so. I think it still hurts. This team wanted so much out of the season, so it's.
You're talking about a group of kids that have in their minds, they don't think about losing. That's just not something they think about. And so whenever it happens, it's going to sting. It could, whenever it happens. So, yeah, I don't think it eases the sting any or makes it harder or anything else. I just think it hurts because it's a finality to this season. But again, I would say this is only the beginning. And you can come back to this press conference next year and just remember we said that.
You guys set a school record, program record for wins, host the regional, but does part of you feel like you got here a year early, maybe a little ahead of schedule? Do you not look at it that way?
Better early than late. Better early than late. It's hard to reflect back on everything right now, but we will. We're going to take a couple of days. We'll do player exit interviews and so forth, and we'll reflect on that. Did I see a group of 1 senior, 3 juniors, and freshmen and sophomores doing this? Honestly, I did, because I'm out there every day with them, and I see them every day, so I know what's there. And you don't think about the age, you just think about the grit that they have. And I think you saw that in that last inning. It's very easy to come out and just lay down, especially young players, because they're always thinking, well, we can do this again, but we always talk about that as well. Nothing's a guarantee. You have to work for what you get. So.
Same idea to the players. I know it's hard to do now, but do you feel like this team overachieved, or was there a point in the season where your minds kind of switched and said this could be that kind of year?
Well, we rode a high for a big part of the season, however many games we won in a row. So nothing came to a surprise to us. We worked so hard, we just rode that high, and we felt invincible for this much of the season. It was a great feeling. So no, I don't think this is too early. I think this team ended up hosting when we were supposed to be hosting, and we were where we were supposed to be.
You guys feel like you maybe overall played well enough to advance out of this regional, just a couple of those key plays that didn't go your way?
We didn't hit well enough. We pitched well enough. We played pretty decent defense. We didn't hit well enough to move through a regional. It is what it is. And if we lie to ourselves and say, oh, if we'd had this break, but really what it comes down to is if we battle in our bats throughout and we make adjustments, that's where we came up short.
Heather, as the senior of this group, how would you describe how this program has changed over the last 4 years? Obviously, hosting a regional is a big step there.
I was talking to my parents about this the other day, but it was my freshman year. I'll never forget, we were playing at Georgia State back when they were still in our conference. And we won a game, and my seniors came up to the team, and they were like, oh my gosh, we're going to the conference tournament. And as a freshman, I was like, we're going to the conference tournament, that's amazing. So going from the excitement getting into the conference tournament to finding out that we're hosting a regional over those 4 years, just the steps to watch it progress has been absolutely incredible. Going from an at-large bid to winning a conference championship to hosting a regional, what else can you do, really?
World Series.
It's getting there,
And Jailyn, was there an added expectation, maybe just because you guys are the national seed and you guys are hosting, you didn't want to let the fans down at all?
I don't know how to answer that. I'm sorry.
Coach, one question I had. Last night, JJ gets the triple and unable to convert. How much does that stunt that progress early on in that game when you've got a chance to chop into the lead?
Well, momentum is a funny thing, and I think anytime you can get some momentum going, it changes things a little bit because your strategy offensively may change a little bit. But once it doesn't happen, or once it does happen, then you have to move on. If you keep thinking about those things, it's really hard to move on as a player. It's hard to move on as a coach, as a team. So, like I said, we can dissect this thing 1,000 different ways, but we know the things that we have to work on. We do. I thought we were tired at the end of the season, to be honest, and I think we got to get in the weight room earlier, and we're going to work harder. And I know it scares them. Well, not Heather, but that's an area I think we can truly improve in, and we've gotten better and better in, and so yeah.
Else? Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks.